Hey everybody, it's Overkill here with another Total War Attila Ancient Empires battle. Oh, my mouse is being dumb. So today, the forces of the Saba and the Media Atropatanians, I guess, have banded together to fight off a Roman legion. So yes, this is a multiplayer battle. Myself as the Saba, Indie Pride as Media Atropatane, and then we have Havoc and Alex the Rambler as the Romans. They're both playing as the Roman Empire? Yeah. With that equipment, it's definitely the Empire. Or actually, maybe not. Maybe it is the Republic. I'm not quite sure. No, that is the Empire. All right. But yeah, we played this a few days ago. Sorry that I didn't get any content out for you guys for the last few days. I do have a full-time job now, so that has been taking away a lot of my time. But we have a cavalry engagement right here. My camel warriors are coming in against these Roman cavalry, and coming around the mountain, you can see loads of of Eastern cavalry, including some very nice cataphracts. And you can see they're starting to surround the Roman cavalry. We have more pouring in this way, more cataphracts, which is very good, of course. The Roman cavalry was able to retreat back to here, and now me and Indy have drawn our lines of engagement, basically. And you can see the Roman legions are setting up. Havoc over on this side, Alex taking the middle. If we just take a look at the rest of the armies, here you can see this is mine. I have these, I'm not quite sure what they're called, citizen militia archers. So they're very nice. And then I also have my Arab nobles, and they are also archers, but they are very, very powerful melee warriors as well, which is very nice. And then I have Royal Guard on each side, and you can see they look absolutely stunning. And then I have an Arab nobles general as well. Very nice. But yeah, nothing really happens with the melee engagement for quite a while, so let's get back over here. You can see our cavalry are just staring at each other. There were a few casualties here and there, but due to the camels being the first into the fight against the Roman cavalry, that caused a bit of fear amongst the Roman horses, which is nice. And you can see over here, we actually have more cavalry lying in wait, waiting for the perfect time to ambush and come around the Roman lines, and that does happen eventually, so be prepared for that. You can see Alex is attempting to shift some infantry over, so he's sending over his cohors Canaphataeum? I don't know. Basically his Gallic mercenaries, or, well, not mercenaries, auxiliaries. He also has some of his own camel warriors, or camel, auxiliaries, which is quite interesting. He actually has quite a few of them. But yeah, and now he's rotating all of his cavalry over to this side, which is quite nice for us because our cavalry far outclasses the Roman cavalry. We may be outnumbered now on this flank, but our cavalry is much better than theirs. And actually, once it starts heating up again, you'll see something that happens that's pretty interesting. Yeah, you can also see he's bringing over some spearmen here, these desert spear warriors. I don't know what they're actually called. Cohors Petrorum. Yeah. But yeah, just look at how long this line of Romans is. Very nice. I like this a lot. But yeah, you can see the cavalry over on the right is starting to move. Indy is leading the advance here. I have my cavalry behind the hill. He's going to be leading the offensive there. And yeah, the infantry are just trying to get into range, basically, slowly advancing, because of course you can't really run everywhere in this mod, or you'll lose like every fight you get into. But we have some action stirring up over here. Alex is moving his cavalry. Maybe that's a mix of Alex and Havoc's cavalry. I'm not quite sure, but they're coming over on this flank, so we have to stop them. This is probably around the time that we're moving our cavalry. Yep. All the cavalry is starting to move, but now we're paying attention over here. I noticed that some of my guys were being shot at, I think. Oh no, that's actually Indy's Median cataphracts firing. So they're taking a few shots at the The auxiliary infantry, they're not really doing anything though. But here we go. You can see some cavalry engagements happening. Boom. And over here as well. Oh, look at all the riders that were just killed instantly on that charge. Devastating cataphract charge here. You can see I'm flanking around with my camel riders. And now you can see we've tied up all of the Roman cavalry, and we still have more units left in reserve. And as you can see over in the distance, the cavalry is making its move around the Roman lines. So if we take a quick tactical view, you can see Indy's unit isn't doing too well, but he's fighting against 2 units. But you can see we've shattered 2 units of legionary cavalry already, and now Indy is sending in some reserves to help out over there. I'm fighting a mix of infantry and cavalry here, which is quite interesting. But yeah. So we did lose that camel infantry, the mounted camel troops unit, but that's fine. But yeah, here we go. You can see the rest of the Eastern cavalry is making its way around, and that is a lot of cavalry. If we take a quick pause, you can see Arab noble horse. I think it's all my Arab noble horse. Yeah, and these are the second highest best cavalry that we have access to. So that's going to be a huge force to be reckoned with. And here we go. We got a charge on these auxiliary archers. Boom. Look at that. Absolutely devastating charge on the archers there. They are definitely going to break very quickly. And now you can see India's managed to break one of the legionary cavalry units here. And my cataphracts are holding their own here as well, which is quite nice. There we go. We broke those auxiliary archers, so we're going to get another nice charge in here. Poor bastards. Maybe not a nice charge, but you know, it's still cavalry versus archers. So, but here you can see India is getting into range of these Imperial Romans. His Kurdish spearmen aren't doing too hot. They're getting shot with fire arrows, so they're wavering already. So definitely not very high quality troops, but you can't really blame them. But yeah, infantry engagements are about to begin. My archers are starting to fire now, so we're going to be peppering the Roman lines with our archers. Not doing much damage, but oh well. And now you can see the rest of the Eastern cavalry is here. So we're going to get a nice rear charge into this Roman cavalry. You can see they tried to pull out there, but that's not really going to work. So yeah, those units are broken. And now we're going to get the rest of the cavalry in here to fight off the rest of the Romans. So yeah, a huge victory over on this flank for the Eastern forces. A huge victory. So the infantry haven't engaged yet. My Arab nobles are almost there, and they're soon going to start firing as well. All right, here we go. These auxiliary camel warriors, they're about to go down to my noble horse. Look at that! Oh, devastating charge. So many of those camel warriors just instantly died. That was really good. Oh, we have a charge on these auxiliary spearmen, but that's not going to go very well. I didn't get a very good charge off, so I'm going to have to get out of there pretty quickly. But yeah, we did end up breaking that other unit of cavalry, so all of the Roman cavalry is now destroyed except for the generals, which is quite nice. Now I am going to go for a cheeky charge on these archers. I almost thought that Alex would probably turn around his troops, but he ended up not doing it. So we get a nice charge uphill against these auxiliary archers, and we actually take them out, I believe. So very good there. Oh, no, I actually pull out. Does he shatter, though, before I get out of combat? Oh, no, I don't think so. That's a bit of a pain. I should have stayed there. I don't know why I left. Oh, but we have one of the generals coming in. I think there's 2 Caesars here. Oh, no, we have Augustus and Caesar. And you can see Caesar, not being in any combat, does catch up with my Arab noble horses. But this is actually a good thing, honestly. Because now all my cavalry can just swarm Caesar, which is quite nice. But here we go. We have some combat coming on. Coming on? Going on? I don't know. Coming up. We have the Arab nobles fighting the Roman legionaries. Not sure why this unit was a lot more aggressive than the rest of them, but That's fine. Oh, and here we have me and Indy were talking together on TeamSpeak, or on Skype rather, when we were doing this. And yeah, we made up a plan that he would charge this guy, and I would use my 2 units to charge him. And it worked beautifully. You can see my units are just getting into position here now. And we break these guys very quickly. So here we go. A combined charge from the front and the rear from very heavy cavalry. And it makes them not very happy. So this unit's wavering already. This one's already steady, shaken, wavering. And there we go. Just like that, those 2 units are taken out of the battle as well. So here you can see the melee engagement is in full swing. Many men are being slaughtered, of course. Arrows flying into the melee. Yeah, this is the best scenario that we possibly could have gotten, though. All of the Roman fast units have been taken out, and all of their heavy infantry is engaged. So you can see Indy's taking advantage of that with his general, rear charging this unit in the center. So that's going to do plenty of morale damage there. And you can see we're just harassing Havoc over here as well. A mix of our cavalry are just charging into his units to do as much damage as possible. You can see Caesar still being chased by my cavalry, slowly being picked apart, which is good, of course. But you can see Augustus has been a little bit of an asshole, and he's charging in the back of my archers and stuff. But I do get my Arab noble general, or my royal guard generals rather, to fight him off. So yeah, we're just finishing off these infantry over here, and now these 4 units of cavalry are going to start wreaking havoc on the Roman lines, which is great. What did I just say? Did I say wreaking havoc? I don't know what the word is. Wrecking havoc? No. I don't know. They're going to cause havoc in the Roman lines. Anyway. English. Not a great language. Alright. And there we go. We got some more charges from the Arab noble horse into these Romans. Very good, of course. I'm going to turn off the HUD so it looks a little bit better. Brutal fighting here. Both Romans and Eastern warriors lying dead. And look at that guy. Holy cow. He was just hammering on that Roman shield. Oh, but from over the hill, you can see some Eastern cavalry coming in. Coming in to support against the Romans. Yeah, you can see these auxiliary spearmen know what's coming, so they're preparing to fight off the cavalry. But just look at this. Look at how long this battle line is, and just spreads all the way over there. Absolutely epic. So if we take a zoom out, you can see the cavalry are just here resting. We have some cavalry fighting some archers here. Some Roman legionaries are just surrounded by cavalry. And yeah, you can see it's not looking too great. Both the Roman generals have engaged themselves, though. They're both into the back of my line. Caesar is pretty messed up. His bodyguard is pretty low. So that's not quite good for him. And Augustus isn't in a very good position either. I flanked him with my general. So he's basically stuck, which isn't good for him. But we have a cavalry charge going down the middle. And that is not going to be good for the Romans. Their morale is certainly going to suffer from that. I do lose a couple of units in the center, though, which is not quite good. But you can see Augustus has been shattered and probably killed, or wounded at the very least at this point. And yeah, the clash between Havoc and Indy is going quite well. Havoc's lines are holding very steadily, though, even while being attacked by infantry and cavalry at the same time. He has some very elite troops. But the problem with bringing those elite troops is he has the smallest army out of any of us. So he was quite easy to just surround and engage his entire army. But yeah, this battle really did come down to just our cavalry. We have so much of it left. I think we lost maybe 1 or 2 cavalry units between us. So that really did lead to our victory. But yeah, you can see we're starting to come out on top of the Romans. Many of the Romans lie dead. surrounded by infantry on both sides, outnumbered. So yeah, the Romans are just fighting to the death now, basically. But what an epic battle. I think at this point both Roman generals have been slain. Yes, I would say so. I'm not quite sure where the other one is. Oh, he's all the way over there. So yeah, both of them are gone. So now it's just down to the might of the individual Roman units. So we do have some Arab noble horse coming around here. I would imagine we're getting a charge lined up on these guys here. Not quite sure why they're facing the wrong way. That's a bit interesting. Maybe I was just getting this unit out of combat somewhere else. That's probably what it was. But yeah, look at the blood on the sand. Lots and lots of Roman blood has been spilled on this day. And the Romans are now starting to retreat. So our troops are giving chase. And there we go. Pretty much all of the Roman forces are in flight at this point. And the battle has been won, other than this one unit of the 10th Legion. But they are starting to waver. All these cavalry charges, seeing their entire army fleeing around them, is enough for them to break, and we have a decisive victory. So if we take a look at the stats real quick, we can take a look at... oh, apparently it's loading. But yeah, the Saba. It's quite hard to see, but this unit of cavalry of cataphracts... Actually, no, that's the noble horse. 339 kills, 253 on these cataphracts. 135, 134, 58, 71, 125. 1 maybe on those archers. 7, I think. 8, 12 on these camel guys. Arab nobles, 130, 178, 28, 149, I think that says. I'm not quite sure, but yeah, good kills on these units. If we take a look at Indy's forces, 38 on this general. Not a lot on these spears at all, but that's not really surprising. 58, 45, 32 on these guys. 8. Yeah, you can see. His cavalry, our cavalry really is what did the most. 247, 156. If you take a look at Havoc's army, you can see he definitely had the smallest army. 74 kills on Caesar, 137. You know, not as many kills as if as they would have wanted, of course. And then Rambler's army, almost 300 kills on Augustus, which is really nice. And then the rest of his units not performing as well as they probably should have. This unit, 105 kills, that's pretty good. But yeah, guys, that's the end of the video. If you enjoyed, please be sure to leave a like and a comment down below, as always. And if you're enjoying these multiplayer battles, make sure you subscribe, because there's going to be plenty more where that came from, you know, when I can find the time to record. Because like I said, I do have a full-time job now. It does take away from YouTube, especially when I come home tired as shit, just wanting to go to bed or something. So I do apologize for that, guys. I'm not dead. I'm not quitting YouTube. But yeah, thank you for watching, and thank you for all of your continued support. I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.